just need to do an intro for the Nacho interview.
Yeah, it's like what, 35 seconds long or something. Yeah, or something. Nothing long, nothing too burgerish.
Burgerish?
Yeah, meaty.
That's slowly becoming your catchphrase, meaty.
I like it. I like the word meaty.
You
There's
like-
some meat on the bone with that one.
Like a little bit of meat in your mouth.
Well, a little bit of a kebab.
Why are you getting so pervy with it?
I don't know. It's just where I go with it, man. It's just where I go with it.
That's just your default reaction is, I reckon I can go pervy with this.
I just go pervy with everything, to be fair.
Alright. Okay. Should we do an intro like we did with Fungal's interview?
Yeah, wait. Okay, tell me when you want to start. Welcome to Friendly, a DayZ podcast. Blank.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got, man. Damn, I can't do them things like you, man. Welcome, Friendly, a DayZ podcast, where we gather our rags and disinfect them. We're watching out for that guy with a sporter that seems to be a little bit too trigger happy, and we're also looking for the well for a little bit of a drinky poo poo.
Drinky poo poo?
Yeah.
Okay, before we go any further, I feel like we need to address this a little bit. That's something. I see that as something completely different to a drinky poo. Right, a drinky poo is a nice little light drink. A drinky poo poo is you're drinking a glass of shit.
Depends what server you're playing, because some of them might have dirty wells.
What the Could you imagine that if the texture for the well actually had a texture and then just some of it which just came out as like brown sludge?
Yeah, brown sludge. Then you get instantly like dysentery as soon as you start drinking it. It goes in fast and it comes out. It comes out fast and it goes in.
I reckon you should be able to have like a stomach bug in DayZ. So like, imagine like when you're hiding and you sneeze and stuff. Like, fuck, did he hear that sneeze? Imagine like you start farting and shit.
You got dysentery, start fucking shitting your pants. Oh man.
Okay.
You're behind the wall and all you hear is, oh, he's upstairs in that hand Oh man.
Well, okay, that's a good start to this interview episode. We got an interview, Dave.
An interview with who? I'm going through this book again, Andy, and I don't think I've written it down.
I'm gonna give you a clue.
Okay, I'm terrible with quizzes. Remember?
Oh shit, maybe I won't do that then. He's from overseas.
Oh, okay, Taupe.
From the land of great and small.
Oh, we're going to America.
America, baby. Yeah, god damn it.
You got an RP on me there?
Yeah, sorry. It's a bad habit of mine. We are interviewing NachoAVGNick today.
Oh, what a geezer.
What a guy.
What a guy.
So we've got him waiting in the green room.
Oh, the green room.
He's currently being lavished by a couple of Bambis that we've tied up.
And he's having makeup done.
He's having his makeup done for a podcast.
Yeah.
No one told him it was a podcast, audio only.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, people have been asking for the face cam, so we've told him we've got face cam, we haven't.
Yeah, he has. I'm just not recording on it.
Yeah.
It's an old Sony Xperia from 2006. I don't think it's even turned on.
Yes.
All right, I guess that's intro done, right?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay, well, let's bring him in.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
Good morning.
It's all good. Yourself?
I'm good, just having a good Sunday. Played a little Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yes, the game that's about 18 years old with my brother,
Oh, the original one?
Yeah, I think they remastered it, but it's, there's like probably only like 100 people that still play that game. I can't believe the servers are still on, actually.
We got sort of a baseline set of questions, but we never really stick to them. We just go off the cuff, and things just cascade into what they do.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that.
Good.
Yeah, I'll try to give you as much as I can. If
And we
you
will
guys
take
just,
it. And we will take every bit of it.
So yeah, no, I'm really excited for this. I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous, but
You should be, but we'll be gentle.
yeah, go easy on me. Go easy
Yeah.
on me.
Hello. So we're just gonna crack on, mate, and with a question, if that's all right.
Yeah, if you want to just jump on in, let's go at it.
Let's go in hard and fast. The burning question that we've had for everybody, really. We've had about 60 DMs on Twitter and a load of comments saying, what's Nacho's favourite nacho topping?
Really?
Yeah, load. I know, it's mad, isn't it? That's the thing that everyone wants to know.
That's
topic, man.
that's
Hot
the that's
topic.
the big question. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's a tough question.
Yeah, what do you have on your nachos, Nacho?
Like if we just go what I have on my nachos, all right? Yeah,
Yep.
you got the base layer, all right? Then we go cheese.
Right.
Doesn't matter the cheese. It's got to be some shredded cheese.
Yep.
Love me some diced tomatoes, diced onions. You got to have jalapeno.
Yeah,
You
of
have
course.
to have jalapeno.
Are you
on
having
it.
like a habanero cheese or anything, or is it just plain cheddar or what?
No,
what's going
it's
on?
usually like a shredded cheddar. I usually go with a shredded cheddar, but I'm not opposed to mixing it up.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll go, that Mexican blend. Sometimes we'll go, even sour cream. But I get a lactose allergy, so I try to stick away from that stuff.
So would I.
But you're having loads of cheese.
So yeah, so we try to limit the amount of cheese. But yeah,
Okay,
the nachos come out very cheesy.
Okay.
But in terms of like the favorite topping, I'm a huge buffalo chicken kind of guy, and
Oh.
I almost always dice up. Like I'll deep fry chicken tenders, cut them up, dice them up, and put them on my nachos. Oh my god!
What's a buffalo chicken? Is that like just a red hot buffalo sauce on chicken?
It's like a
Yeah.
barbecue-y sauce, yeah, Andy. Like you
Yeah.
get on
No,
like
no,
chicken
no
wings and that.
barbecue, no barbecue. This is it's. Do you have Frank's Red Hot?
Yes.
There.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So that's my go-to. It's not as hot as I like.
No, I have Frank's.
I usually like to do. There's a stuff called Dave's Insanity. It's kind of like it's about 200,000 Scovilles. Not it's hot, but not crazy. And if you mix that with the Frank's, it makes it really hot, but you don't lose any of the flavor. So
top
that I
tip.
know. So it's the Dave's Insanity sauce is like super vinegary.
Okay,
But
I've
when you
never
mix
heard
it
of
with the
that.
Franks, and it just a drop, but it really gives you that little bead of sweat on the forehead when you're eating it. And it's like that's what I like.
But that's
Like
the
in
balance.
that first PvP encounter that you have.
Well, the
You
sweat
get
on the
that
brow.
beady sweat on your head.
The first time you encounter someone in DayZ is like it's new every time. Like I've never not encountered someone and not had my heart rate just goes up like 30 beats. You know what I mean? It's like I'm starting to like you just get so jittery. It's I love that about the game. It's just
Knees weak.
So
It's
did you start? Are you a PC guy or did you start on console? What's your background?
so I came from console. I was a huge well, I don't want to say I was a huge Xbox guy. That's just kind of what all my friends had in high school. So I kind of just got on board with that. But like I had everything, the N64 and all that.
Yeah.
But 7 months ago, it was 7-8 months ago is when I bought the PC.
Oh yeah, I want to talk to you about your history. I guess your gaming history, but only as far as Twitch goes. To be fair, because I've got some stats for you.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
That man's give it about.
He's a stat man.
Skip it up, yum dum dum.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Did you know that you first streamed in October, the 23rd of October? Dude, it's your stream birthday today.
Holy
Right.
shit!
Unbelievable.
That's actually
Jeff.
crazy.
The 23rd of October, 2020.
So that
2
is
years old.
true. I actually started streaming when. Well, this is Twitch, probably. I'm assuming because I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
started streaming on Mixer when that was the thing on Xbox.
Didn't we all?
Ooh,
Didn't we all?
yeah.
I know. Let's not even go down that road. But it's always been something I love doing. I love playing video games. I love talking, as you know. So the whole Mixer thing went down. I got Twitch on Xbox, so I was streaming on Xbox Twitch.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, even when you're comparing games from Xbox and PC, it's like you can't. It's like trying to compare an apple and orange. It's like, yes, they're both playing the same game, but it's like they're not the same game. It's just
Absolutely, yeah.
two different animals. So yeah, I started on Xbox streaming. Just I love doing it, you know. So that's where it really came in. But I've been full time, and you've heard the story. I got the chance to kind of do this full time. So I've been full time since probably March 1st, we'll say.
So
And I think
right.
I've been affiliate since like April.
Yeah, so I've got a load more stats for you.
Yes, that man.
Your first game that you streamed was Warzone, right? So you've moved away from that, which is cool. We appreciate that.
What was my first name?
Your first game was Warzone, Call of Duty.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's the first thing you streamed. Obviously, moved over towards the DayZ survival element after that. But looking at your stats, it kind of like it's like almost a straight line. And then suddenly, on the 9th of March, it goes whoop, and it goes straight up. So 9th of March 2022. And since then, you've gained 831 followers, which is incredible growth.
Well, one of the
People with
things...
blue tablets don't get much growth than that.
Well, I mean, I was going to bring this up at some point. I had that meeting with the Running Man Z, and his community is just like, the DayZ community. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And it's not just the only one. There's other communities that are like it, but it really is. It's a nice, tight-knit group.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone knows everyone. It's almost weird. But so when I ran into him, he gave me almost 400 followers, his community. And they just bombarded me. People kind of hear about you, and it's just like every time I hop on, it's like you run into someone, they find you, people just want to give you that follow to help you out. So I'm blessed. It's mind-blowing, honestly.
You've managed to hold on to the majority. Well, I say the majority. You've grown on that as well, right? So you said that TRMZ gave you 400 followers. I say gave you. They had to click the button to follow, right? And then from then you've doubled that. You've from that, but that's you, isn't it? You know, you're very engaging in your stream, and you're very chat focused as well.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of, everyone does it differently. You watch some people where you're just watching, especially if you talk about the Call of Duties, the PUBGs, super people, where it's like you need to focus. You can't watch your chat and play a game and be an elite level. Not saying I'm there, but I went in going, I want to talk to my chat. That's what it's about. It's making connections, talking to people, and it's like it's almost like the game is secondary. So when I step on a landmine and get killed, and everyone's like, Nacho, how did you not see that? It's like, well, guys, I have 17 people talking to me right now. And it's like, I want to be a part of the conversation, So it's like, I'm sorry I didn't see the landmine that was placed in the worst position possible. It's like, yeah,
You quite enjoy the entertaining of the people as well as obviously them watching you play the game. You enjoy talking and engaging and entertaining them as such.
Yeah, and it's like I really do listen to them. Like I have a notepad next to me.
Oh, hello.
And I'm still trying to work on some things. But when they ask me, hey, your stream seems kind of delayed. Can you look into that? It's like, yeah, I'll do my best. Hey, you're streaming in 1080. Can you bring that down to 936? And I mean, again, I just got the computer. So I'm having to Google all this stuff and try to figure it out. But it's like, if the chat wants it, and they're giving me ideas, I'm at least putting it into consideration and writing it down and seeing how I can incorporate that into my stream. So it's like every weekend I stream Monday through Friday. Mondays are off right now for a little bit, but the weekend I spend time really trying to, can I just add an emote? Can I add a bit alert? Just something that anything that chat's been asking about, they want a raid emote. I've been working with my graphic designer about getting a raid emote, so yeah, I'm always just trying to work on making it better for my community, because they're awesome. They really are. Like I said, I never thought in 7 months I'd be where I was. And I'm not saying I'm there. I made it, but
I think you've done very well, Nacho, in the short amount of time.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing as well.
Yeah, no, I've been around
it's such a saturated market as well.
It is. And I mean, you go down DayZ and you scroll and there's, probably 100 streamers with 1 to 2 viewers. I was there for 2-3 months. And then it's like I ran into one guy who happened to be a streamer. People found me, and 1 or 2 stay, and it grows.
I mean, that's how I found you. You run into a streamer who I was watching.
Who was it?
Mowgli, was it?
I was like, if it was Crazy Patty, this interview's over.
No, I think it was. I can't remember.
This interview's over.
I can't honestly remember who it was. But do you remember they thanked Follow Hot Mic? They hot mic'd thanking. I think it was.
Was that Rackaroo?
No.
No, who was that? That was cute. No, who was that? Oh man, we were in the school gymnasium
Yes.
on Namalsk.
Yes, you were.
Thanked Trash Marble.
Trash Marble.
We can
that's
shut.
right.
Yeah. So who? But Trash
Thanks for
Marble
the follow.
gave the. Who the hell was it?
I can't remember honestly, but I don't watch them anymore. I watch you.
Yeah, your poems are beautiful, by the way.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad
like you were saying
appreciate
about the community, it's great, and we've got such good feedback from this thing that we've started, the podcasting. We noticed that the market was saturated, and it takes, it does take a long time for someone to get as many follows as you did, and you're doing so well. But like us, we started this DayZ podcast, and you were one of the top names that we wanted. Andy mentioned about yourself. I started watching, and Andy's like, we should get him on for an interview. And I was like, yeah, make it happen. If you don't make it happen, Andy, you're out.
Yeah, no. When you guys offer me this, I mean, I know you're just starting out too, but the fact that you wanted me, it's just like, damn, that's really cool. Even my wife was like, really? And I was like, yeah, they want to do it Sunday. She's like, whenever they want to do it, tell them you're free. And I'm like, of course,
Oh, bless.
Tell them you're free, even if you're not free.
Yeah, I'll make sure you're free.
We'll cancel the christening. It's fine. We're not going to the wedding anymore.
But that's kind of the thing, and I'm sure, like, I've tried to get my nephew, and I'm not going to name people, but like like my nephew wanted to get into streaming. He streams once for 30 minutes. No one joins. He gets off the stream. It's like, you need to, and I get it, you're a younger kid, but it's like, especially, if there's older people who are trying to start this up, and it's like, you can't expect in 2 weeks that you're going to be making $2,000 a month.
Cheddar.
It's like, even having followers, so it's like, you need to understand that it's gonna take time, and just keep grinding. It's like, whatever your schedule is, make that schedule and just stick to it. I've had a lot of people say, it's 8:00, and I'm like, oh, when's Nacho gonna get on? All of a sudden, it's like, boom, I get the notification you're on. They're like, you're pretty much at 8:00 every day you're on. I'm like, yeah, it's a job for me. You got to take it seriously if you want to actually make something out of it.
First person or third, Nacho? First person or third?
First person or third?
Yeah.
First person all the way. I used to like third person.
Okay.
But I think
that's
right. Yeah, and I think that's an Xbox thing.
Yeah.
But now I don't think I could go back to third person. When I play games like that, it's like almost like you're kind of like, what the hell is going on? These angles are terrible. But 100% first person. First person is just.
I mean, there's not much of a competition, is there? Third person has its place, but not for us.
Like Gears of War was fun in third person. I think it would have been better in first person. You feel like you're that character. It just feels a little more realistic.
That would be mad though, doing those dashes in Gears in first person.
Oh, it'd be brutal.
I think that's why
you'd be jumping into everything, and
It makes me feel sick thinking about it. The motion sickness you'd get, man.
Probably. So that's why, that's probably why they put that in third person. But again, the realism that would give you if it was in first person, that's why I like the first person. It's just it makes it a little more realistic.
Good, we like that. What other questions do we have, Andy? Anything good?
That's it. Interview's over.
Don't yell the questions at me.
Oh. Anxiety.
First or third. Oh my god.
It's what happens. We have to catch you on edge so we get your true personality.
That's right. That's the only surprise
no problem
one.
with that. We're 2 coffees deep already.
What is your playing style? What would you best describe your playing style?
I really go for let's talk first. I really don't like to be that guy that just KOSs. Now, do I have those days where I want to kill everyone I see? Yeah. But I'd say 70% of the time I'm going to be friendly and let you shoot first. I really like it's a really fun game to grind by yourself. There's no other game because you can run into someone at any time.
You play a lot of solo runs.
I do a lot of solo runs. I really like the solo runs because, again, sometimes when I'm running with people or, you meet that person in game, it does take away from chat a little bit just because you're focused on another guy having a conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to chat while some guy in the game's trying to talk to me. But, that being said, it's like when you meet a random person in this game and you're just trying to build that trust for hours. I mean, I've been killed 2-3 hours into a run before, and I've done the same.
So
I've done the
brutal,
same. You know what
isn't
happens?
it? It's so
But you
brutal.
know, it's like it is. It's a brutal game, and it's like just sometimes you have that run where you run with the guy for 3-4 hours and you get killed by some guy, and it's like I'll never, next time I see that person, it's like I've trust them. I like gaining that trust and going on those runs and knowing at any point they could like just when you're making a fire, they could just put a bullet in your head.
That's why we love it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's just you're on. It's like you're almost on edge the entire time.
If you're in game chat, then there's just no trust there, even if you run with them.
I've had friends break my legs, and
I've known Andy since we've been junior school, and the other day he even asked me if I'd killed him. Dave, did you just kill me? I was like, no.
I mean, I've definitely friendly fired people before when it's chaos.
No.
And all of a sudden someone takes the corner and you just shoot them and you're like, oh no, that was my friend. I wasn't supposed to kill that person.
When someone accidentally runs in front of you whilst you're popping zombies and put a well-placed bullet in between their eyes by accident.
Or one of your squad members with very bad comms. I'm wearing this jacket, but they're actually not telling you they've actually changed their jacket, and then you light them up and they're like, I've changed my jacket.
Yeah, that was me. Did you just kill me? It's like, yeah, I shot someone that was wearing a fireman's jacket. Well, I just changed to that. It's like, you just told me you had a hunter's jacket.
Yeah.
But that's something that actually has been very difficult for me, is when I'm running with like 2 or 3 people, I never like to go over 4. I like 3. 3 is like a good number.
Three's not a crowd, no?
Yeah, before you start to go, someone could do something sketchy here. But the hardest thing for me, and I'm better at it now, is what the hell is my teammates wearing?
Yeah.
It's like I can't remember for the life of me. And sometimes I've actually followed someone who was a bad guy. They weren't even a part of our team. And then all of a sudden they shot them and they're like, what are you doing behind them? And I'm like, oh, I thought that was you. I thought you just changed your helmet or something, So that part is very difficult in the sense of like what your teammates are, because some people are really good at that.
I'm terrible at that too, man.
I'm good at, well, we're quite good at comms, aren't we, Andy?
We're good at comms, but I really try and make a super effort at trying to remember at least 2 things that you're wearing. Usually your backpack and what you've got in your head. That I just focus on that.
I was just about to say backpack and hat is what I've started with. And then I try to incorporate the jacket.
Yeah. Normally for me, it's an Alice pack or the big mountain backpack because I'm such a scavenger.
No, that's me. I am a hoarder. It is so bad. And I can't stop. I don't know how to stop.
Friendly! Do you watch streams whilst you're not streaming yourself? Like, do you have a favourite DayZ content creator?
Yeah. I mean, now that I am doing this full time, and I've talked about this on my channel. It's when I'm not streaming, and I really like to network. That's what I tell my wife. It's networking. You're in channels, and I don't. I'm not going, hey, come check out my stream, guys. I stream too. You're just talking in channels, and some people might find you that way. But I've kind of stopped doing that recently just because it's, I'm doing it all day and my wife kind of wants to spend time with me, and she's the reason I'm able to do this. So, it's.
But you're ours now, Nacho. You signed the Twitch affiliate form and it says you belong to community now. So
yeah, I know. I got to join. I got to start joining more. But I was actually just watching The Running Man on Livonia. But, I don't want to start giving shout outs because then I might forget someone. But my favorite DayZ content creator. And I know you're still creating content when you're streaming, but making a YouTube video, like I spent an hour and a half just clipping stuff for a 10-minute video. And it, you can just tell it just skips from scene to scene. There's nothing to it. An hour and a half it took me, so when I watch Sour Sweet, I love his streams. Kid's awesome, really talented. I watch his YouTube videos and I'm like, how much time did this guy spend like doing the voiceover, the change? Like he has a map that shows out the direction he walks and stuff. It's like, it's just really creative. He the amount of time it must take, because now that I've tried doing it, I can only imagine, but he does a great job. And it's like, I mean, he's probably like maybe 19, 20 now, but it's like, he's a kid, he's a kid who does,
he's very
from what I heard. Yeah. I know. I thought he was young. I could be wrong there, but it's like, he does a hell of a job. He really does.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you know his beginnings, he usually started off as that YouTube streamer. He started off with a couple of other streamers, and then he transitioned to Twitch. And his transition over to Twitch just took off And then he seems to, when he streams, him and the Runnermans, they have a similar viewer base. Do you know
Which
what
is
I mean?
incredible,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, to go from that in such a short run, where TRMZ is probably one of the higher populated channels for DayZ, to be on the same league as that as quickly as he has achieved it is, you can only
It's
dream.
it's
right?
amazing.
Yeah.
But you can see why, it's his YouTube stuff is, and again, I know the Running Man does his own editing and stuff too. Amish does his own editing and stuff. So I'm not
the
trying to take
Runnerman's
anything
now
away from
put it
them.
out to somebody else now.
Cooper.
Oh, has he?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I've kind of been out of the loop for a little bit because I've, again, I've been trying to, happy wife, happy life. But I just, I'll always just find time to watch, because the Running Man's are like an hour and a half usually. But like, you can get sours like some, 20, 30, 40 minutes. But yeah, I mean, he just, again, for being a kid and what he, the amount of time that goes into that. Now that I know, it's just, I think he does a great job.
Fair play. What was the job you used to do before you went full-time streaming?
I kind of shuffled around a little bit. I like to tell people I came from the food industry because that's what I did for 15 years. I was a manager at it was just a pizza place, but I loved doing it. I loved the food. And then I moved to like sales for a little bit. Selling like healthcare retirement software.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was. It actually wasn't bad. You learn a lot about the financial industry and stuff like that. Food's always been a huge passion of mine. I love cooking. I love the industry. It's just unless you own your own restaurant, and even when you own your own restaurant, it's just you're just constantly busy, or you work for someone else and they just don't care about you. So I was like, I need to get out of the food industry. I'm working like 60 hours, not making a lot of money. But so came from food, but I mean, we can get into, a little deeper. I'm from Massachusetts, and my channel knows this. COVID hit. Me and my wife had a house. The prices in Massachusetts just went out of control. It's like the second most expensive state in the United States.
Shit.
For some things it's first, but like overall it's California, and then it's between like Massachusetts and New York. So prices just got out of control. And we could make a decent amount of money off our house. So we said, we're done. We're out of here. We're going to move to North Carolina where it's just cheaper. You get more bang for your buck. And
that's a big decision.
That's well, yeah. So I had that other job, the sales job. And I was just like, I'm not happy. It's like I was happy doing food, but they run you to death. And it's like, this job is just like, I'm just not happy. So, we've talked about moving for a couple of years. Let's just do it. Let's just pull the trigger. So we never even went down to North Carolina. We just said, let's do it.
No way. What the fuck?
Yeah. So we've been
so
here
ballsy.
like a year and 1 week pretty much. And we love it. We love it.
Wow. So you
were in your house a whole week before you started streaming.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you pretty much started streaming. You moved in, set up your PC, sat down, turned it on, streamed.
I was on my Xbox though. I didn't start the real, 5 days a week, 40 plus hours until I think I got my PC like the end of February. So it started in March.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So because I was still on Xbox and I was doing it, but I was also looking for jobs. I coach baseball. So I was like doing that too. I still coach baseball.
Oh, we learned that, didn't we? What varsity baseball is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you did learn about that.
I did learn about that.
I know baseball's not huge over there.
No, not at all. But obviously, the word varsity as well is just not used here.
When you're in high school, there's 3 baseball programs. There's the freshman program, the JV program, which is junior varsity, and varsity. So your best players will be on the varsity, which is usually your older kids and maybe one kid who has some talent.
Big money in that.
No, there's not at all.
No, it's high school football.
Coaching high school is not at all. I coached in Massachusetts for literally one of the best schools in the state. They were a top 10 school. I had kids go get drafted. I got a kid that got drafted in the first round. I made $1,500 for the season. And you got to remember that it's 3 months where I'm working 5 days a week, usually weekends too. So you're putting like 300 hours in,
Wow.
So it's like,
$1,500.
you don't do it for the money. You don't do it for the money. Do I want to get into like college and stuff? Yeah, that'll be awesome. But yeah, there is no money in high school sports unless you're like coaching football in the southern states where it's huge. You don't make money doing it. It's because you have a passion in it.
Yeah. What got you into, or who got you into gaming? Obviously, you said you've been gaming for a long time. Where did it start?
We're gonna take it back to about 7 years old.
I thought you were going to say the 70s then. I was going to...
No. I'm born in 1990. I'm not. I'm not a 70s
He's younger
baby.
than us, Andy.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
I'm
about.
the baby here. So when I was like 7, I'm the baby of my family. We got the N64, so we got like Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And then what really, so I loved those games. Super Mario 64, is that what it is? Where you jump through the paintings?
I had the SNES, which is the console before the N64,
Yeah,
which was
so did I, yeah.
Super Mario Bros.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm confusing.
So I think the
But it's
one
like I
after
played
was just Mario 64. I can't really remember though, to be fair, so long ago.
So my grandmother had the SNES, so I'd always played that. My mom was huge into video games.
Your nan
So
was a
when-
gamer.
Yeah, so my
Amazing.
mom's side was the gamers. My dad not so much. He would beat me in Tetris. That was about it. It was really her playing Ocarina of Time when that came out. I just used to watch her. I would watch her play for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And everything she did, I would go on because it's puzzles. And when you're 8,
Yep.
9 years old, you don't know how to do those puzzles. You're like, where do I go? I have no direction.
And there's no Google or anything for a walkthrough.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, yeah. No. I think we had actually one of those things from. I don't know if you have GameStop over there.
We've got similar,
But it's-
yeah. It's just how
Yeah,
books,
and it was
didn't
just
they? Like walk
you get
through
like
books.
the guide. You get that guide for it.
Yeah, crazy.
So I would watch her play, and then when she finished playing, I would just go repeat what she did with my life. So she beat, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. She played like all the like a Link's Past, is that what it is on Game Boy? She was a huge gamer. And then in terms of the zombies, she's a huge zombie freak. She loved and beat most of the Resident Evils. Again, N64, we're talking about the old times.
Yeah.
Which scared the crap out of me. It's Resident Evil 2 I'm still afraid of as a kid,
That was my first Resident Evil. I had it on PS1, and it still holds a nostalgic place in my heart, Res Evil 2.
Yep.
And the liquors, mate,
100%.
I can still remember exactly what I felt like when that liquor crawled over the window in that tiny-ass corridor the first time you meet it. I don't think my balls had dropped at that point, but they definitely went back inside.
Was it when the dog jumps through the window in that like corridor or like that hallway?
No, I don't think there's dogs. There's no dogs at that point. It's a liquor. It jumps through and it starts running across the ceiling.
Yep, I think there's a point where 2 dogs like jump out the window in a hallway.
Yeah.
And again, I used to watch them, and I legit like I cried. I like it scared the crap out of me. And she's like, "Oh my, it's just a game. Relax." And like
There's
you
no
watch
shame.
how it's the worst quality you could ever imagine. But you're a kid. It's real. But
Loved it.
so my mom got me into gaming. She's huge into zombies. She still watches. If The Walking Dead's still on, she still watches it and asks me like, "Have you caught up?" And I'm like, "I stopped at season 7." Like,
And the last season's just started, so it's still.
oh, so it is in the last season. What is it?
It's-
Season 13?
I can't remember, mate. I just watch whatever the latest episode is. I don't know.
Wow.
I think it's 13.
Yeah, I kind of fell off, but like like I said, she was huge into the zombies, and that's I've been playing DayZ for like 5 years now. It's just I love zombie apocalypse. I love that stuff.
Don't we all? That's why we're all here.
Yeah, I know. Yet to be a game that's been better than it.
This is true. This is true. That's why we all keep coming back to it. It's such an
You
amazing
have tried.
Yeah, and people will go to something else, but it's like they always come back. Again, I'm sure it's PC, but like State of Decay was a great
Yes.
single player game. I loved it. The second one sucked. Great game. Totally different game than DayZ.
It's 100%. There's very much a sandbox feel to DayZ as opposed to State of Decay, whereas State of Decay is very much unlock the next thing, isn't it? There is a set progression with State of Decay. So
The mods that like what people come up with, it just blows my like these. First of all, the maps. Never mind like the mods, the maps that these guys come up with, that blows my mind. I don't have that creativity that these guys have, but like, you talk about like the mosque, it's probably everyone's favorite map. It's just the way they did, like just even the mountains and the way like everything's just set up. It's just, ban off, like
yeah, keeps the game
it's,
alive.
It's crazy beautiful, like, you know what I mean? It's a game, but and then you get into the mods and it's like people are creative, it's like you can play one server and play a certain way, and if you try to play that way in a different server, you'll die over and over and over. It's like you almost have to change your gameplay depending on what server you're on.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. It's like you're playing a different game.
It's not that transition from console to PC. It's essentially the same game, but it's not, is it?
Well, that's like if you
It
play.
takes you so long to get used to just a different style of play on PC.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I only had official. The mod ones are okay on Xbox. It's hard to find the good ones, but you play official Chernarus, and it's like you can run around. You'll be okay on food pretty soon. Then you play. I'm on that Chernarus has fallen. We'll shout that server
Oh,
out.
yeah. I gave that a go, that server, and twice now
Difficult.
I've died to blood infection. I can't find iodine for the life of me.
I found like 10%. I've used it all. And I ended up finding Tetra, which has saved me. But it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like you need meds so bad in that game, like on that server. You can't even block the zombies on that server. They can still hit you.
Yeah, there's a whole
So you
new fighting
really-
mechanic.
So you really have to plan it out. You really have to plan out your next move and stuff. You can't just kind of run around and.
You have to get really good at stealth kills with knives.
Yeah, I'm not a. I'm still kind of a running and just start smacking everyone.
Hacker and a slasher.
That's kind of what I do.
Friendly? What do you want to see for the next patch?
I think something that would be really cool is there's like 6 characters, 10 characters, and you can change the clothing. I think it'd be really cool is like every game you go into, it's like you can change the face a little bit. You can change the eyes, the mouth, and I'm not saying where it's just you're making these ridiculous characters, but I'm not saying like scan your face or anything, but like it would be cool if you could just really modify your character.
So you're not going to be like a elf from Skyrim or a lizard man or whatever, but
no, you have to be a player. You have to be a person. But it would just be cool because it's like you see the same characters over and over again, and not like it's a problem. But it would just be kind of cool if someone wanted to be like their own person, and if you wanted to use a custom one, a random one, you could. But I just think that'd be something that'd be interesting. It's the same characters for God. I mean, since I've been playing for the 5 years.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. So that was one thing that I think would be interesting.
Okay,
And
that's
then,
fine. That's proper valid.
That's a fair point.
I know some mods have bicycles.
Yes.
I just think getting a smooth like a bicycle in an apocalypse. I feel like is almost like one of the first things I would do.
It fits, doesn't it?
I don't want to travel on a like yeah sure motorcycle would be nice too. It's loud. Zombies are gonna hear it. Cars. Zombies are gonna hear it. If something breaks on it, you're screwed unless you're a mechanic and you have the parts. But it's like a bicycle is just so simple. It's so zombie apocalypse.
I'm definitely for roller skates, but bicycles are cool.
Roller skates.
I mean, even like a skateboard, even like a skateboard or something,
can
just
you
to kind
imagine?
of get from spot to spot a little quicker.
Oh, because then people are going to be
Yeah.
asking for jumps and tricks and stuff like that to be added as well, and it's just going to be mad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it's like, you're in a zombie apocalypse and there's 4 zombies at some, grocery store. You're going to do a trick right next to them where you potentially break your leg and then get eaten alive? No, you're probably going to,
Just get out of there. Yeah.
So I think that would be interesting. Another thing that would be kind of cool is just adding more building types. Even if it's the same
Okay.
building, but just making the rooms different. Just to
Yeah.
where it's like the same 15 buildings, which again, it's fine. I have no problem with it. But
Well, it
it's like,
sounds
how
like
can
you
you
do.
not make 100 different types of buildings pretty easily? I feel like it can't be too difficult.
Well, I mean,
to
because
just
you're only
take
going to be loading in a certain amount anyway, aren't they? They can't say, because server performance or whatever. But whether there's 2 buildings that look exactly the same or 2 buildings that look completely different, you're still only loading 2 buildings. I mean, I don't know the whole background behind it, but that's my understanding. Do you know what I mean? You're still
And
only got
that's-
2.
That's kind of what I think too, and maybe that's not the case. But again, I just think it'd be cool, like you like people know the Mustache House, or like they have certain names for houses, and it's like
Yeah.
it'd just be cool if you went into one of those houses where you think it's going to be that way, and maybe the upstairs is actually blocked off on this one, or the downstairs instead of having
Oh.
2 open rooms, it's actually now split up into 4 rooms that are smaller, just so it's different.
You mentioned Banov, and there are some different houses in Banov that the creator has created. So he is proving
Yeah,
that
that's kind of what.
it can be done.
And that's kind of why when I played on Banoff, I was like, thank you. Like, it's about time someone did something a little different, And it's like, then you're going in the house and it's just like, it's almost like you're exploring the house going, okay, like, all right, there's a little closet here. There's stairs here. And it's just like a little adventure inside the house. So it's kind of cool to see that on Banoff and just, it's possible. It's definitely doable. And Banoff City is fucking huge.
Yes.
And there's-
Yeah,
and there's-
we spoke about this, me and Andy at length about the map itself on our first episode, and the map is essentially very good but very vast.
Yeah, and apparently Banov City, I heard he made that after where he grew up.
That's
yeah,
right,
in
yeah.
Serbia.
But again, it's like, how big is that city? And it runs fine when you're in there. You're not getting any, you're not losing frames. You're not doing this. So it's like there's a lot of different buildings in there as well. So I mean, it would just be cool to, you're going in. It's just not the same 10 buildings over and over and over again.
Yeah, like you keep going to the same military places, and then they have like, prison building HQ.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
just like
yeah.
how hard is it to just, and I don't know what the answer is, but yeah, just making every military area having a little bit different HQ.
It's
a
probably
little
more
bit of
time
different of like
consuming
the
than
L
anything.
shape,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that, and that is antiquated throughout the community. Actually, isn't
I guess
it?
that's
Just
what
like-
DayZ expansion brought to the table as well, didn't it? It did modify a lot of the buildings, current buildings, and introduce a lot of new ones as well.
Yeah, and again, I'm not saying it's a big thing. It's just like, it'd be cool if
It
you
would.
go into a city and it's like, you're just seeing different things everywhere. It makes it just a little more unique.
Yeah.
But not that it's not already. And then one more thing I wanted to say for like just next things, which I think they do a great job. Like they have the screamer officer. They have some that kind of walk slow, some that kind of run at you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know, like coming up with like another special zombie. Maybe one that can like run really fast, or is like almost like a berserker that like.
well, there
just
is
takes a
another one
couple-
out there at the moment.
Well, I saw the parasite one. I don't know if that's from the new patch.
The
The new patch is the mummy zombie.
Oh, I haven't ran into that one yet.
Yeah, it's meant to be very much like them Stalker Z ones, where it takes many hits to kill.
I've not
Okay,
seen
good.
this.
Oh, nice. I like that.
I don't know what service it's on though. I don't know whether it's a mod or it's actually in the vanilla or what. I haven't really
I saw
explored
the
it
tease.
much.
It might only be for the Halloween.
The Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm not talking about mods. The mods, people have done great things with it. I'm talking about just, if you're talking official, on console or something,
Variety.
the new update, what someone could get if they just wanted to play vanilla DayZ.
Friendly? How are your quizzes,
God.
Nacho?
I mean, if it's a quiz about me, I'm sure I'll do okay. But actual testing, I actually was not good at school. I always second guessed myself. I just got super anxious.
Oh, I'm not going to ask you
No.
like anything about like the periodic
root
table
of
of
it.
elements or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's it's a little bit more lighthearted than that.
It's
Ooh.
against me, so you've got no problem.
Yeah, Dave doesn't have a good track record with
I was gonna
quizzes,
say,
so you
Dave,
might be
you'll-
all
You'll
right.
see. You're in for a treat.
So we're
I
gonna
need to
do.
notch at least a win on the board. Come on.
Yeah, you're not gonna get him, Dave. You're not gonna get him. Right. It's higher or lower as the game, and that's the
Higher
name.
or
as
lower?
well. Yeah, higher or lower. So I've just grabbed a load of top tier DayZ streamers, and I want you to tell me whether they've got higher or lower followers than the person before. Make sense?
Oh, so you'll say, all right, Nacho and Andy, who has more
yeah,
fire?
yeah,
Okay.
but it's always by the person before. So I will start off with TRMZ, right? Because obviously we'll just start at the top. He's got. I just gave it away, I guess. Fuck's sake.
You almost just Well, he's at the top.
Well, okay, so
Lower.
he's got he's got
Higher.
274,000 followers.
274,000 followers.
Minder, has he got higher or lower?
I'm gonna go with lower.
Yeah, lower.
Okay, well, congratulations. Hope you feel good about yourselves. Minder's got 108k. Okay.
Really?
So,
Holy shit.
108, yeah.
People always try to say, well, you have like 800 followers. Why don't you have like 400 people watching you? And it's like, well, the Running Man has how many followers? And it's like
Yeah.
he gets around 3, 4, 5,000. It's like it's only a certain percentage of.
Yeah, not everyone's available every time.
Yeah.
But
so-
yeah, that's a lot. Actually, I think you probably get a higher percentage of watchers to followers than Running Man does.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. And I've seen people that have 2,000 followers that I watch them, and it's like they only have 2 or 3. So it's just all,
Yeah.
you can network and get it. But yeah, people will see not to kind of go off topic here, but they see the Running Man. Oh, he's got 5,000 followers or viewers. I'll just give him a follow.
Yeah, I want to be part of that club.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So-
all right, I'm ready.
If Minder's got 108k, does Taupe have higher or lower?
I've got my answer.
Don't be googling this stuff. Don't be. You better not be on
No,
Twitch.
no. I'm standing right here. I'm thinking because I like Taupe. I'm gonna go higher.
Yeah, I'm going higher as well.
Oh, you're both right with 119.
Wow.
So only just a bit. Well, I say just a bit. 11k more.
I was gonna say I'll take that 11k. Just a bit.
Okay then. So you've mentioned him before. We're gonna go sour sweet. Has he got more? Has he got higher or lower than Taupe's 119?
I gotta go higher.
I've got to go higher as well, man.
You're both level pegging still, and you're both wrong.
Come on, Dave.
He's got
Oh,
80.
we're both wrong.
Yeah,
Wrong.
Sour Sweet's got 82k followers.
That's probably down to him not being in stream for so long, like in
Yeah,
Twitch for
yeah.
so long. He was in the YouTube game before, so yeah,
Mhm.
there could
Yeah,
be
and I think
that's a
Taupe's-
logical.
This next one really surprised me, so I hope it messes with you two as well. So Sour Sweet's got 82k. Does Gecko Fish have higher or lower?
Gecko fish. Oh yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah, but the way you said it surprised you makes me feel like I should go higher now. I'm gonna go higher.
yeah, I was
Just,
gonna go higher. He gets some
Damn
more
it.
views.
but
He gets a lot of views, and he's a British streamer, and yeah, he gets a lot of views.
you're both wrong again. You still level peg him. I know.
Ah,
He's got 11.8k.
Oh,
I thought he'd have a
Really?
lot more than that.
I
Yeah.
thought he would have loads more. Oh wow.
So if Gecko's got 11.8, what about Lax Hawthorne?
Oh, this is simple. This one, isn't it?
You
I mean, he's gonna
reckon?
have more. He's got to be higher.
He's got to be higher. He's an entertainer.
This is going to be a draw, man. You're both going higher.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's got
Wait, that one's
49.6.
Yeah, that one's right.
Okay.
I mean, the guy used to drink stuff from his shoe as an emote. It was amazing.
I ran into his brother a couple weeks ago.
Ah.
Yeah, he
Oh.
just started streaming Oilers.
What's he? Fax Hawthorne.
He went by Steamboat Willie. But they sound. I know he used to do. I don't know if he still does his YouTube editing for Lax. But I mean, God, do they sound like brothers? I was like, dude, I'm playing with Lax right now. I'm like, wait, no, it's not him. I'm like, but
Mad.
it sounds just like him.
Was he like, send it?
Yeah, it's just everything he said, and then he killed the guy. He's like, kills a kill. I'm like, is this Lax? I'm like, what? I'm like, oh no, it's just his brother.
Let's have a tie break.
Okay.
How many episodes of The Walking Dead have there been? Closest wins.
Oh God.
If you're on IMDb right now, I'm gonna lose
No,
my mind.
I'm not touching anything. Well, I don't want to give my reasoning.
I'm not talking to
But-
you. I'm talking to Dave. He's a cheater.
Okay.
I'm not a cheater. I can lose.
he needs to win.
True
He needs
cheaters
to
don't
win.
lose.
Is this could be your first win, Dave?
I doubt it.
I want to go like 140.
Oh, I was gonna go like 97.
There's 13 seasons with at least, I want to say like 12, 14 episodes a
So
season.
there's
That was kind of my.
actually only 11 seasons.
Oh, you screwed me, Andy.
So your theory is blown out the window. However, it doesn't matter because there was 177, so Dave's still a loser.
Yay!
177.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
177.
Mad.
We just take a moment. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Feels good to be a winner.
We'll send your winning in the post.
Send
the
you
win
women.
certificate.
Don't send people women.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I don't
We
think
try
my wife
not
will be
to.
too happy with that.
Team up.
Just the tip. My turn.
Have you
Just
got one
the tip.
lined up?
No.
Right. I've got one for you. Basically, you're going to have to say it. I'll cut all this bullshit out. It's
Yeah.
about never trusting people in a motorcycle helmet.
Yes. Never trust a motorcycle helmet wearer. Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah. Well, Dave's about to explain.
Okay.
They break into jewelry stores, mate. you don't trust them.
I like that. See, I'm on Reddit and I love when someone brings this up, but I hate when it's like someone, people go, give one tip to a new player. And then someone gives the 75 tip reasoning. It's like, no, not 75 tip, one tip. Like, what would be your biggest tip
Your
for
go-to.
someone? Biggest tip. I like to tell people to follow like power lines and stuff like that, but I really want to say that like the biggest tip is to probably get a knife. Just because like a knife can do so much for you. You can cut bark to create a fire. You can cut up, food. You can defend yourself with it. You can cut rags with it. It's just like, especially on the Churners Has Fallen. That's the first thing I'm looking for is a knife. Meds and a knife. Obviously food and stuff, but if I don't have a knife, I know I'm dead. So and I, again, there's so many things, but you're saying one tip. My tip would be get a knife and figure out what you can do with that knife. It's gonna save
Where
your
you
life.
can shove it.
And again, if you want an F11 because you don't have a good life, you have a knife. You can do it.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah,
go.
nice,
You've just given us the tip, so that's fine.
Yeah.
When someone's asking, like, I'm new to DayZ, it's like everyone's just saying, "Oh, follow the oh, you got to do this. You got make sure you do this." It's like there's so much that goes into DayZ.
To narrow it down to
it's
just
like,
one is very difficult, isn't it?
yeah, and I mean, I guess I knew I was going to mention another one, but it's like knowing what can kill you, like sicknesses, like drinking bad water, not washing your hands, like stuff like again, not to give too many, but like because that's trial and error.
This is
my
your
first
75
hours.
list.
My first 200 hours are just, how the hell did I just die? Like why did I
let's
just get
try
sick
again.
and die? That's a little bit of the shaft, but mostly just tip.
Friendly? So, Nacho, thank you very much for being our interview for this, or interviewee for this episode. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard.
Yeah, Dave, Andy, I really appreciate it.
It's been
Thank you for coming.
So, and people can find you on. Hang on, they started to play your fucking intro. There we go. That's the fucking pitfalls of not being prepared with this shit. So people can find you at Twitch TV /Nacho and then AVGNick, right? And you're on Twitter too.
Yep, same handle.
Same handle, bosh. And you YouTubing it as well too, right?
Yeah, the YouTube is I'm starting to work on that. So I have Instagram, I have YouTube. I try to use them. Twitter and Twitch are obviously the main one.
Cool. Yeah, so jump into Nacho's.
Slide into his Twitch, sort of watch his his content, and give him a follow and watch his content. You'll be pleasantly surprised. It's very good.
You'll probably see me there as well. So come and give me come and help me give him some abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget the sweet poems too.
Oh yeah, bring a poem. Nah, poems are my thing, man. Other people can't do that.
Bring something else, not a poem.
Come be a part of the Nacho Supreme, guys.
Bring some banter.
All right, that sounds like a wrap. I love that.